Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you into yet another Conejo Oaks contest. For those of you who are watching the recording, whether it's coaches, players, not sure who else would watch the recording, but hey, Mac Moyer steps in, first bat of the game for the Oaks, of course, alongside my broadcast partners, Josh Mechanic and Sammy Holiday. I am Austin Gregory, as the fate of the Oaks season hangs in the balance, as Mac Moyer behind 0-2 early here to starting pitcher for the Foresters, and he was a member of the showcase game this summer, Zane Petty. As Moyer's able to hold up on that one. 1-2 now. And for the Oaks, as of this moment in time, they currently sit a half game back of the last playoff spot in the South. The only spot that is yet to be claimed in both the North and the South, as Moyer flares that one towards short, gathers, fires. And number one is Flores goes to Garza Gongora there.
Now batting
And
for the Oaks.
the Oaks have today against the Foresters and then tomorrow against the Academy Barons. And for the Blues, who currently sit a half game ahead of them, they're playing right now in game one of a doubleheader against the Riptide, as the second game will start at approximately 7 o'clock of that one. The Blues currently are losing that one. Carrillo swings and misses at that one, as it's, of course, Moyer and Carrillo to start things off today, as the lineup looks pretty similar to yesterday, as we've seen the roster shrink and the lineup that has come more set in stone. So it's Moyer who just led off. Now Carrillo, he'll be followed by Dode, who's a designated hitter, still dealing with some elbow and shoulder issues, so he's not been able to play defensively the last week or so. Carrillo swings and misses at that one. Following Dode is Durfee, who's back at first base again tonight. Eli Payton back in the lineup, and he'll be the third baseman tonight, taking the spot of Drew Smith, who gets a day off. May come in the pinch hit. Chris Wright back in right. And in the bottom third, Nick Leahy at second, Brady Francisco back behind the dish, and Zach Schwartzberg back at short as Carrillo hips that one into the glove of Galvan for out number 2. Defensively for the Foresters, it's Rylan Galvan behind the plate, Rocco Garza Gongora at first, Dane Dawson at second, Jalen Flores at short, Daniel Patterson at third, and in the outfield from left to right, it's Ryan Black, Greg Pace, and Max Ballou. First pitch to Dode misses in. Zane Petty out of Texas Tech, having himself a really good summer. Falls behind 2-0 now to Dode. 2-0 delivery. Zach takes a hack and fouls it back.
You like seeing Zach aggressive there in a hitter's count 2-0. And he got a pitch he liked, put a good swing on it, but just fouled it back.
2-1 now. And this is down below the knees. 3-1 now to Dode.
Similar to the 2-0 pitch, if this 3-1 location is one that Zach likes, I'm sure he's going to look to drive it.
18 total innings for Petty this summer. He's earned himself a record of 3-1. Dode fouls that one straight back off the mask of Galvan. It will run the count full. In the 18 innings that Petty has pitched coming into the night, he's allowed 9 runs, all of which have been earned. 15 hits, 7 walks, 24 strikeouts, which is up there amongst the team leaders, puts him 4th on the team. Now he has 25 after striking out Carrillo. Walks Dode there to bring up Durfee.
Now batting for the Oaks.
ERA
First baseman.
4.5. One of multiple guys with a 4.5 ERA for the Foresters. This will bring up the guy who Petty pitched to in the showcase game, Brendan Durfee. Durfee caught the at-bats that Petty got on the mound in the showcase game. First pitch to Durfee down below the knees for ball one. And as we've mentioned in previous broadcasts, Durfee will become more familiar with the Santa Barbara area as he'll be taking his talents to UC Santa Barbara this year. That's transferring from Cal Lutheran. It'll flare that one to the left center field gap. He'll get all the way to the wall. Dode rounds third. Is in there standing. It's a 2-out RBI double for Brendan Durfee.
It's just a beautiful swing there by Brendan Durfee. He's shown all summer how willing he is to go to the opposite field, and that time taking an outside pitch and hitting it on a line to left center.
So I'll bring up Eli Payton, third baseman today out of GCU. Missed a good chunk of the season due to an injury. Did not know if he would be coming back from that injury, but to our surprise, we got Eli back. And much needed now with how things have started to thin out for the Oaks roster as he drives that one out towards right center field. Ballou will call off pace for out number 3, but not before the Oaks are able to get things going, as the Oaks will carry a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the first, as Cody Carson will toe the slab for your Oaks to start this one off. We welcome you back here, bottom one, as the man who finished out the game the other night here on the mound, Greg Pace, steps into the batter's box, center fielder tonight. Seen him pitch along with a couple other position players for the Foresters the last few days. As in last night's contest, Rocco Garza-Gongora had to finish things off for the final out of the game after Will Rogers couldn't do so. Greg Pace will start things off here for the Foresters against Cody Carson. First pitch called strike at the knees. Falling pace, it will be Jalen Flores, the shortstop, then Max Ballou, the right fielder, followed by Will Rogers, the designated hitter, in the top 4. That one down in the dirt, 1-1 now. Following Rogers will be Daniel Patterson, then Rocco Garzagangora down in the 6th spot. In the bottom 3rd, Ryan Black, Ryling Galvan, and Dane Dawson. 1-1 now to pace. Carson comes set. He delivers. That one skied high in the air to shallow right field. Moyer calls off right. He'll get under it for out number 1. And we'll see exactly how the pitching execution is handled tonight for the Oaks. I was talking pregame with Connor Mullen, social media superstar, and very limited arms available. It seems like there may only be 2 guys who are available to pitch today after Cody. As the first pitch that Flores sees, he fouls away. That one popped high in the air and out of play again. Oh, 2 now to Flores. That one misses down, hits the plate. Good job by Brady to body that one up. It's a reunion for Francisco and Carson, both now formerly Thousand Oaks Lancers. 1-2 delivery. Skied towards the bullpen of the Oaks and out of play. Seems like it might have gotten stuck up in the tree and came down of that large tree that hangs way too far over the fence. We'll do the 1-2 again. That one plunks Flores. It's a fortunate one. Unfortunate one for Cody Carson after being ahead in this count the entire time. And then he's just not able to control that one. He plunks Flores right in the shoulder blade. So bring up Max Ballou. He had been a thorn in the side for the Oaks before yesterday's ballgame. Ballou surprisingly struggled.
Struck out 4 times yesterday.
Yeah, went 1 for 6, got a single in the 9th, but he started to bring up the discussion of us to try and find out of what's it called when the guy strikes out 5 times in one game. And that's when we learned of the platinum sombrero and the Olympic rings. Pitched Ballou in there for strike 1.
The Oaks infield has a bit of a shift on Ballou with third baseman Peyton playing well over and Schwartzberg behind the bag at second.
Ballou swings at 1. Below the knees, 0-2 now.
Peyton backs up even more now into the hole, and he's right in that 5-6 hole on the left side of the infield.
Flores with a very moderate lead off of first base. Carson delivers, that one misses out. Quick check over there at first from Carson. Quick move, but not a big enough lead from Flores. But Pours it out to dive back in there. 1-2 delivery from Carson. That one misses down. Count evens up at 2. Just getting a piece of that one is Baloo as he gets at the bottom of his barrel and fouls it back. And over the head, off the ground first, and then over the head of Brady Francisco and the home plate umpire.
These are the locations that Carson should be looking for with that breaking ball. Just keeping it down, don't want to hang it for Baloo, who's got major pop.
That one fouled away again.
A lot of early 2-strike foul balls against Cody in this first inning. Looking for just a little bit more sharpness on his pitches, get that swing and miss.
So this next pitch will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Baloo. This already 16th total pitch of the inning, and only 3 batters faced. But he gets Baloo swinging. As struggles at the plate as of late have now continued for Baloo. Spring of Will Rogers, who came in yesterday to try and finish out the game, but his arm just turned into a noodle as he was unable to record the final out, as he was just totally exhausted on the mound, and it caused Coach Pintard to pull Rocco Garza-Gongora out of center field to get the final out. First pitch, fouled up and out of play over our heads. That one by Rogers, smoked down the third base line. Sliding to the back knee as Eli Payton slings off his glasses, but still able to make a nice play across the diamond for out number 3. The Oaks protect their lead going to the second. We'll welcome you back as Chris Wright steps in now to start things off here in the second. First pitch from Petty, at the knees for strike one. Yesterday, Chris Wright was pinch hit for by Eli Payton in the ninth. I asked Chris today if that was just a precautionary thing or what was. Just asking him because I was curious because he's been dealing with some arthritis and tendonitis in his knees. And he said, "No, I felt fine." And it's not like they went for a more favorable matchup because they pinch hit for him with a lefty.
Well, earlier in the game, Chris got hit by a pitch. That definitely could have had something to do with it.
Well, I asked him and he said it didn't. One, two from right. Placed on the first base line. Fielded and gathered over the first base by Rocco Garza Gongora for out number one.
Now batting for the Oaks, second baseman, number 33, Nick Leahy.
Bring up Leahy. Leahy, not a great day at the plate yesterday. Went 0 for 3, had an RBI sac fly and a walk in there. Did reach via an error that he came around the score on. First pitch to Leahy from Petty. Ball. Leahy swings and misses at the fastball. 1-1 now. A 1-1 to Leahy. An off-speed pitch that misses down in the dirt. It's Leahy. Loops a single into left field.
Now batting for the Oaks, catcher, number 8, Brady Francisco.
Let's bring up Brady Francisco now. So Brady will take time there with a long time before Petty delivered. Brady has been catching quite a bit as of late. So
That one got him.
gets him just on the armpit part of his jersey as he leaned out of the way, but the looseness of the jersey still far enough out for that pitch to make contact with. So bring up Schwartzberg now. As Schwartzberg was just announced as the beer batter for today, and that brought a smile to his face. It's a little bit of a personal battle. Obviously doesn't want to strike out, but maybe doesn't want to deny some beer coupons to the many Foresters fans that are here tonight. Schwartzberg swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls it up into the tree.
At the current time right now, as of 6:26, it is the bottom of the 7th in San Luis Obispo in game 1 of their doubleheader, and the Blues cut the lead down to 2. It's now 5-3.
Schwartzberg swings and misses with that one.
Sammy, are your sources telling you that the Blues are threatening for more?
It is. So I have someone there scouting, and they're telling me it is now currently first and second with 2 outs.
As Schwartzberg chops that one foul past Jose in the first base coach's box. we were trying to figure out all the possible outcomes for how the Oaks would make or miss the playoffs based on how things go before the game, and we really couldn't figure it out exactly because just very confusing with the half game separation. But as I said at the start of the broadcast, the Oaks' fate is in their own hand, and it has been leading into this series against the Foresters. Is going back to the start of this series on Tuesday, it was 4 against the Foresters with the Oaks in a playoff spot. And then the Blues had the gauntlet of the Saints, then the Barons, then 3 against the Riptide, including a doubleheader today as Schwartzberg grounds that one to short. They flipped 6-4-3. They turned the double play to get out of it. So the Oaks threaten here in the second, but the double play erases it as we'll head to the bottom of the second. We'll welcome you back as Daniel Patterson steps in now to be the first batter to face off against Cody Carson here in the second. Still a 1-0 ball game in the favor of your Oaks. Sam, will we have any update on how that inning turned out in the Blues contest?
I reached out to my guy who was out there, and he hasn't got back to me yet. So still waiting.
Maybe he took a trip to the bathroom or something.
I think maybe his service is a little shoddy right now.
That ball ripped down the left field line, but well foul. Even though we mentioned here on Thursday, there's no foul pull down the left field line. So, not sure what the third base umpire is able to rely on because doesn't seem to be much of a line down there. As that one's fouled out of play over our heads.
Yeah, it's really tough. Fortunately, we haven't had this scenario, but if there's like a high drive down the line and left, third base umpire or the home plate umpire goes to look at it, boom, sun, right in your eyes.
As that breaking ball from Carson to Patterson misses below the zone. Carson 2-2. Gets him to roll over to Schwartzberg, but Miscommunication over there as Eli Payton was coming across for that baseball, and
Well,
Schwartzberg called him off, or I don't know if Eli
no,
just missed on it.
it looked like Peyton. It looked like it got under his glove, and for me, even if Schwartzberg does feel that cleanly, I think Patterson beats that out. He's got plus speed, and that ball is about a 7 or 8 hopper in the hole. It's a real tough play. It was Peyton who had to make the play, and it just went just under the glove. It's unfortunate. Nothing really Zach Schwartzberg can do about that.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of a miscommunication on the diamond between Eli and Zach, as Eli was
I wouldn't.
flashing to his left,
I
and
wouldn't even call that an error on the fielding. There, just an error on the throw that Patterson got an extra base. So I would rule that as an infield single and an error.
we won't know the official scoring because there's no scoreboard to show us and nobody to tell us. But either way, as Sammy mentioned, it allowed Patterson to go to second because the throw got into the Oaks dugout. And now Rocco Garza and Gongora being up. Eli over at third is in on the grass, and Durfee's charging in from first. And with that being said, we'll break down this defense for the Oaks as it's Francisco behind the plate, Durfee over at first, Leahy at second, Schwartzberg at short, and Eli Payton at third. And then the outfield from left to right, it's what we've seen a lot of all summer long. Austin Carrillo in left, Mac Moyer in center, and Chris Wright in right. 2-0 now to Rocco Garza Gongora. He scores the bunt again. That one's a called strike. Two-one delivery, misses up and away. 3-1 now. And obviously, you don't want to issue free passes, but a free pass won't be the end of the world for Carson as first base is unoccupied. Yes, there are no outs yet this inning, but would create a double play opportunity. 3-1 from Carson. Fastball that gets the outside part of the zone. Count will run full now to Garza Gongora.
My guy in slow finally got back to me. Because it is a doubleheader, only 7 inning games
No.
up there, and the Blues they scored 2 in the 7th, and then nothing after that. Final scores 5-3 in game 1.
Good job. Go Riptide.
Full count delivery.
Oh, that was right.
Fouled right our way. Sammy had it easily. But to update on how that now turns things out for the standings, it will now put the Oaks and the Blues even in the standings. As they've now officially played the same number of games once again this season. Obviously, as Sammy was alluding to, there's still another game to play tonight for the Blues and the Riptide, as Garza Gongora's walked there by Carson.
Now batting for the Foresters, sponsored by Howard and Trish Cantor.
Already now 30 pitches for Cody Carson without a out recorded here in the second inning.
With first base open, a walk obviously isn't the worst case scenario, but when the other team was willing to gift you an out by showing a sacrifice bunt, it's always frustrating for a pitcher when you can't even get that out.
It's a bunt attempt there. Back pick from Brady Francisco, not in time, as Black squared the bunt on that one but pulled it back.
I don't know if he pulled it back. That was close. He barely pulled that back in time.
They appealed to the base umpire in the middle of the infield, and he's Got a rotten angle of that to try to make a call. And usually when there's an appeal like that, especially on a bunt, there's just no way that the umpire's gonna call it because he can't confirm.
Two 0 now to Garza Gongora. Sorry for the delay. We were celebrating the Riptide win over the Blues. 3-0 now. Three-0 delivered from Carson. That one gets there.
Cody's got to come all the way back right now.
Three 1 now to Ryan Black. Fouls that one off of Brady Francisco. Count run full.
This is an absolutely monumental pitch for Cody Carson right here. Cannot afford to put Ryan Black on or allow him to get a hit. Cody's got to make his best pitch right here, right now.
Gets the sign from Francisco. Comes set. He delivers. 3-2. Runners go. That one misses down in the dirt. Rare that you see the runners in motion
Now batting for the Foresters.
with nobody out, but
Number 4, Rylan Galvan.
Cody Carson has now walked the bases loaded after Patterson reached. And then walked Garza Gongora and then walked Ryan Black. Nobody out. Already 36 pitches thrown by Cody Carson in this ballgame. First pitch misses in.
Now it's about limiting the damage if you're Cody and the Oaks. You expect at least one run to come in right now for the Foresters, but try to minimize it at just the one. They're keeping the middle infield back, looking for a ground ball double play.
That one misses in. Two 0. Carson comes set. He delivers. Swung and a miss by Rylan Galvan. Much larger crowd today than we saw on Thursday night. And obviously the weekend brings in more people. 2-1 from Carson. That one gets the bottom of the zone. 2-2 now.
Strikeout would be ideal for Cody Carson here. Get the strikeout right now. Get the double play next at bat.
That one rolled over toward Schwartzberg. 6-4.
Got him.
Not in time. Not able to turn the double play as Galvan was quick enough to beat out that one as it was a slow chopper towards Schwartzberg, and they just were not able to turn it quick enough in the infield as Galvan's able to leg it out. As tying run comes across, and now will be runners on the corners with only one out.
That's the benefit of having a catcher who can also play the outfield. Galvan a catcher by trade, but has enough speed that the Foresters are comfortable enough putting him in the outfield as we saw yesterday. Just a hard 90 there and beat it out and eliminates a double play and also earns himself an RBI.
First pitch to Dawson is in there for strike one. Dane Dawson, the second baseman, last batter to come to plate today for the Foresters. After that last at bat, Cody Carson already over 40 pitches. That one misses up. So it's now Rocco Garzon-Gangor at third and Rylan Galvan at first as Dan Dawson fouls that one off the fence right above us. One, two, the count now to Dawson. Runner goes. That's going to be in there for a called strike three as Dawson goes down looking. No throw down on Galvan's stolen base attempt, though. So now it'll be two runners in scoring position for the top of the order and Greg Pace, who flew out the center in his first at-bat last inning.
Don't know if Dawson was looking for something different right there, as that one looked like it was right down the middle and just gave up on it. Don't know if he forgot that there was two strikes there, and he saw his teammate get an excellent jump and wanted to make sure he got the stolen base as Carson hits his second batter of the game.
Loads the bases, and Sammy, I think, I don't know, like you were saying, I don't know if Dawson just lost what the count was or if he was just rewarding Galvan for such a great jump off of first. But either way, looked like a good pitch to Dawson, but now the bases are loaded for talented hitter and Jalen Flores, who was hit in his last at-bat last inning after Carson plunks Greg Pace on the first pitch he throws to him. Bases are loaded once again. Foresters, last time in this situation, they got into the fielder's choice, which tied the game. Oak's only able to get the out at second. First pitch to Flores is in there for a strike. That one skied high down the left field line. Carrillo all the way running to his right. Makes the catch in foul territory for out number 3. So that'll be one that Coach Bill Pintard's not happy about after his Foresters load the bases with nobody out. They're only able to get one run across to tie up this ball game as it's a new ball game going to the third. We'll be back for the top of the order. We'll welcome you back as Mac Moyer steps in now to start things off here in the third. This in between innings had a little bit of a flash from the past for the Oaks as Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo was a song played in between innings. It's the walk-in song for former Oaks closer Clay Rickerman as Moore fouls that one away. The 0-2 to Moyer. Oh, called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate as Mac goes down looking. Seemed to be a nice take from Mac, but then Galvan with a nice job to keep that one on the outside part of the plate as he stayed strong. Let's now bring up Austin Carrillo. Rillo 0 for 1 with the strikeout today. First pitch to Carrillo misses up. Carrillo swings and misses at that one. 1-1 now. It's still Zane Petty out on the mound there for the Foresters. That one misses up and away to Carrillo. 2-1 to him now. Delivery to Carrillo. That one misses away. 3-1 now.
The right guy you want up in a 3-1 count. Carrillo's among the base percentage leaders for the Oaks.
3-1 delivery to him now, and he works a walk. And
Carrillo's always just a guy who never puts himself above the team, always very unselfish at bats, always willing to take the walk.
an on-base
Not,
machine.
not trying to get out of the way if a pitch is coming to hit him. Just trying to get on any way he can.
First pitch to today is a called strike. Zach walked in his first at-bat. Check on Carrillo, but Carrillo, very modest lead over there at first, back in the standing. One delivered to Dode, a called strike at the knees. Oh, 2 now to Dode. Fouls that one straight back. Oh, 2 again to Dode. That one down below the zone. 1-2 now. Brendan Durfee waits on deck. Durf laced an RBI double into the left center field gap in his last at-bat. Drove in the first run of the game. Dode frozen there. So he goes down looking. Second batter this inning to go down looking.
Now batting for the Oaks. First baseman, 27, Brendan Durfee.
Ring up Durf now. As I just mentioned, Durfee. RBI double in his first at bat not last inning, back in the first. Here in the third now. 1-1 ball game. After the Foresters weren't able to capitalize on a bases loaded no out situation last inning. First pitch to Durfee, a called strike at the knees. Vaughn doing a great job with framing some pitches. Durfee able to hold up on that one down below zone. 1-1 now. That fastball to Durfee misses away. 2-1 now to him.
Brendan Durfee looking to replicate his first at bat where he just beautiful swing, shot it the other way right into the left center field gap. Scored Dode all the way from first, and he does replicate that, and Correa will be able to score easily as well.
2-1 now to Durf. Drives that one through the hole over there in between first and second. Correa around second, but he'll stay there. But it's a 2-for-2 start to the day for Brendan Durfee.
Now batting for the Oaks.
Must be something about that Santa Barbara air for Durfee.
Eli Payton.
And both of those balls that Durfee hit today were crushed. That one might have been even hit harder than its double to left center.
Great minds think alike.
Eli Payton steps in now. He drives that one out towards the left center field gap. Great pace, tracking over there.
Ooh.
He's not able to make the catches. It's in and out of his glove. Durfee rounding third. He'll be sent back. The effort on the back pick bobbled as two defensive blunders on one play for the Foresters after Greg Pace drops one out in center field. And then over at third, Patterson's not able to gather that one cleanly to try and tag Durfee, as they had Durfee caught in a pickle in between third and home, as Greg Pace looks like he's a little shaken up out there as Bill Pintard makes his way out of the Foresters dugout, followed by the team trainer. But the Oaks regain the lead.
Yeah, yesterday before the game, Pace was taking ground balls at first, and he had his elbow wrapped up with some ice. Wonder if his elbow is still in discomfort. He came into pitch on Thursday.
And Pace is badly injured. It'd be a big loss for the Foresters and their lineup, as their lineup has slowly started to decay as well, as they've gotten guys to start committed to play for them out in Wichita. I was told a rumor, don't know how true it is, but I was told Kamayu Neighbors will be joining the Foresters on their quest for another NBC World Series title out in Wichita.
If that is true, that's a pretty big pickup.
Yep.
For this Forester scheme. Kamayo Neighbor is one of the best hitters in CCL.
Yep.
One of the fastest base runners as well.
And their second baseman today, Dane Dawson, hasn't gotten too much playing time. So you just got to wonder if maybe whoever was the everyday second baseman for the Foresters may have left back to school early and they had a spot open up.
Yeah, I believe actually it was Gianni Horvat from UNLV.
Yeah.
But let's be gone.
I want to say, I also heard that Horvat will be transferring somewhere. And so that caused him to leave the team as Chris Wright
Yeah.
flares that one down the left field line. That will drop. Peyton got a great jump. He'll round third. The throw home,
Oh.
well in time as they get Peyton.
Wow, what a throw right there from the left fielder Black. And you really got to tip your cap to Rylan Galvan as well, as the sun was right in his eyes, and he's able to stay with the ball and track it all the way into his glove and put the tag down.
Yeah. And not only that, he baited Peyton too. He didn't make it seem like the ball was coming in, so that way Peyton thought he might have been able to get in there easily, and he could not. Great job all
Well,
around.
either way, the Oaks get 2 more across this inning to now take a 3-1 lead, and we'll see how much longer the Oaks will get from Cody Carson as he's already thrown 48 pitches. We'll be back. Welcome you back as first pitch to Baloo is rolled over towards Leahy at second, and that's exactly what Cody Carson needed after throwing 48 pitches through 2 innings. It's a first pitch ground out.
Designated hitter, number 7. Will
Anybody want to get
Rogers.
Baloo's bat? I guess not. Not sure what happened there, little bat kid, but maybe it's time for dinner or something for him. But Baloo's so used to that kid grabbing his bat that he just ran right by it after he grounded out.
Just chill with the disrespect of the little kid, Austin. He's busy.
I wasn't disrespecting him. I was disrespecting the laziness of Baloo.
There he is. He's just had to take a little potty
They
break.
expect the kid to do everything around here.
I know, I'm going there tomorrow.
Baloo can't pick up his own dang bat.
It's super
0-1 now to Will Rogers, who swings and misses at the first pitch from Carson. That one skied down the right field line. Durfee drifting back,
It's going to hit the tree.
and of course it hits the tree. Would have been an easy play in foul territory for Durfee if we were at any other field that trims their trees like they properly should, but not here at Pershing Park, which gives a second life to Will Rogers, who's behind 0-2 now. Rogers ended the first inning with a ground out to Eli Payton, who made a nice sliding backhand snare over there. The 0-2, that one fouled and into the tree. That one wouldn't have been catchable as it was over the top of the Oaks dugout. Still 0-2. That one's skied. Foul down the left field line.
When you say mountain, do you mean the grade? You gotta go for the grade. Oh, I just heard. Oh no, I just heard mountain, and then you said Camarillo, and so I was like, oh, you mean the grade?
Still 0-2 to Will Rogers. That one's down in the dirt.
Well, what time did you leave?
1-2 from Carson. That one's rolled over towards Eli. Nice play over there as Eli makes a nice pick. And again, Will Rogers robbed of a hit thanks to the defensive glove of Eli Payton.
Yeah,
Sorry, Josh, go ahead.
there's some good hands over there by Peyton. He couldn't cut it off before it took that second hop, but he got close enough to make it a short hop and used quick hands over there. And after receiving that ball, he had a lot of time to settle himself and fire it over.
So bring up Daniel Patterson now. He hit that ground ball that was in between Eli and Schwartzberg and ended up reaching after the miscommunication that then resulted in Schwartzberg throwing it away and allowed Patterson to advance as the ball trickled into the Oaks dugout. Not sure if it was ruled an infield single or an error. Patterson lines that one out towards left center field. Moyer running to his right, makes the catch in a much needed 1-2-3 limited number of pitch inning for Cody Carson and this bullpen as we head now to the fourth.
Sorry, catcher.
Nope.
No, sorry, second baseman.
Out of bed.
Number 33, Nick Leahy.
We'll welcome you back in as PA announcer with a little bit of a blunder there for the Foresters. First was going to say second baseman, then said no, catcher, then said, yeah, second baseman. And that's who it is. It's Nick Leahy, the second baseman for the Oaks, stepping in now. First pitch, he sees the fastball. He gets the inside part of the plate. Strike one. Nick hit a nice single into left field in his first at bat of the game in the second. Again on the inside part of the plate with the fastball is a couple painted pitches there from Zane Petty. Petty out for his fourth inning of work. There's somebody starting to stretch down in the bullpen for the Foresters. No clue who it is because the sun is very blinding. Tries to go for that inside part of the plate again on Leahy, but that one too inside as Leahy had to lean out of the way of that one. 1-2 now to Leahy. Fouls that one off the fence above us. Good guy that Brady Francisco is. Helps out the ball boy. Gathers it, flips it over to him, for he doesn't have to run all the way over here like he sometimes has to. 1-2 again. As rolls over that one to short. Gathers, fires as Flores for out number one. And to paint the picture of the playoff picture, after the Blues lost game one of the doubleheader to the Riptide by a score of 5-3, that made both the Oaks and the Blues 15 and 18 overall in the summer. But the Oaks hold the tiebreaker for the playoff spot and has now really put things up to the end. As first pitch to Francisco is a ball. Brady skies that one high to left field, carrying back. But settling out in front of the fence, can't say the warning track because there isn't one here, is the left fielder, Ryan Black.
Strikeout here will earn everyone free beer. Please welcome to the plate.
Christina has thrown on a headset now. Didn't know if she wanted to talk, but I unmuted her headset. I don't know if I unmuted the right one, to be honest with you. Nope. Well, nope, I didn't. There we go.
Hello?
It was Christina.
Wait. Yeah. Wait, I
Here.
can't hear myself.
I can hear you, don't worry.
Wait, but I don't like this. I can't hear myself.
What are you in?
Should I switch to the other one?
No. Oh, actually, if you switch to the other one, you'll be able to hear yourself better.
Okay.
Oh, actually, hold on. Put this back on. Put this one back on. As Schwartzberg fouls that one away.
Hello? Yeah, there
There
you
you
go.
go.
Thank you.
They turned themselves and myself down in their ears, so now you can hear yourself. As Christina's now joined the broadcast. As Christina, how awful is this lighting for you to try and take photos
It's
in?
brutal. It's brutal. Especially from our dugout. Oh, horrible.
Yeah. 0-2 now to Schwartzberg, one of many guys who will be taking his talents elsewhere, is also leveling up as Zach will be joining Nate Clough at the University of Southern California and becoming a Trojan.
Fight on.
I won't hold it against Zach for too long, as I am a Bruins fan myself.
Boo.
Threw the fours up when I was down
Oh, I
at SC for the
I know.
SC Oregon game. As
Hey.
Schwartzberg drives that one to right field, drifting back is Ballou, and he'll settle under it as the Oaks go down in order here in the fourth. We'll be back for the bottom of the fourth. We'll welcome you back now as Rocco Garzik and Gora steps in. He walked in his last at bat. Yeah, Eli Payton is, of course, in on the grass because we know Garzik and Gora loves to try and square around and bunt. First pitch from Carson, a strike, and after Cody threw 48 pitches through 2 innings, he only threw 9 last inning as Christina rejoins us. Christina, just like players on the Oaks, be taking her talents elsewhere this fall.
Yes.
Will be accompanied by Zach Dode to Cal Poly Slow. Christina made the decision first, so Zach is following her.
Yeah, he copied me, you know?
I was talking with Christina last time we were here. She's saying, I was hoping to go somewhere where I didn't know anybody. Zach just had to ruin it.
Yeah, you know, it was very brutal when I found out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very excited.
But do you have plans to showcase your photography talents with Cal Poly Slow?
So for like baseball wise, they already have a photographer.
Mm.
But I am trying to work with their social media team. Let you know how that goes. Still in the process. But if that doesn't work out, I'm willing to work in any other sports, you know, with photography. So
Like with the baseball teams, that social media team.
yes.
Gotcha.
And then if that doesn't work out, I'll do photography for any other sport.
Gotcha.
I'm willing to do that. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Soccer's really big there,
Yeah.
right? That's like
Yeah.
their big sport.
And football, I think.
And football, yeah.
Yeah. Which is good because like I'm really used to outdoor photography for sports. Haven't really tried indoor sports yet, and I know
Yep.
lighting will be a pain in the ass for that.
Yep. That one's ripped down the third base line as Garzingora rounds first. He'll head for second. Carrillo's throw will not be in time. It's a leadoff double for Rocco Garza Gongora. And with my my limited experience in photography back in my school newspaper days in high school, all we did, well, I won't say we because some people actually knew what they're doing. Myself and a couple others, when we were sent out to take photos, clicked that thing in the sports mode and just fired away, and
That is
it
horrible.
worked.
That is horrible. You do not do that. I mean, for beginners, sure. I do not recommend that though.
Yeah, I was told it wasn't a good idea, but
No, not at all.
that's why I'm not a photographer.
Well, you know, you could be a life
I
photographer.
take
just not sports.
I take good photos with my iPhone camera.
There you go. There you go.
Shot on iPhone.
Is
Hire me, Apple.
Isn't everyone good at shot on iPhone though?
No.
Are you sure about
My
that?
father is the worst photo taker I've ever seen in my life. That's also probably in part because he still has a flip phone. So that one, well away, gets over the head of Brady Francisco. Gar's going to go with a big round of third over there. Why didn't you answer the little kid, Christina?
I didn't know the score.
It's 3-1 as the little kid just came to ask Christina what the score is, because if you're not sitting on that side of the field, you can't see the scoreboard because it's in an
Okay.
awful position.
I think you need to be more specific. That side does not help the viewers at all.
Well, they probably can't see yet. We're obviously on the first base side as the visiting team here, as nobody except the Blues has the away team sit on the third base side.
Yeah.
Some major league teams do that. That pitch to Ryan Black, called strike. One, so it counts 1-2. I can't see the scoreboard either. No, it's 2-2. Do you have, if you don't get to work with the baseball team, do you have a preference of a sport you'd say is like next in line?
Honestly, I'm open to try anything, you know. I mean, I do prefer basketball, but like I said, it's an indoor sport, and
That's true.
I kind of have beef with indoor lighting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you yourself were a multi-sport athlete in high school, right?
Mhm.
Hmm? And take her talents to multiple fields.
Honestly, swimming, diving, and water polo sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. That one fouled away again by Black. We have a former parent from the water polo program at TO who has his own photography. I don't know if it's a business.
Oh, is it Ryan?
It is Ryan
Oh,
Capture.
yep.
He's got some great photos he's taken of me.
Yeah.
I'll be putting a water polo post up after I use Christina's photography to make my Oaks post.
Yep.
And a lunging effort from Ryan Black there to get a piece of that one is on this. In this at bat alone, Cody Carson's almost thrown as many pitches as he threw last inning, as this next pitch will be pitch number 8.
Are you doing anything fun after this season? Rest of summer?
Still undecided. I kind of had just thought in my mind as that one's driven out towards center field. A lot of loud cheers, but it's just a routine fly out. That's going to be a sac fly as more easily settles under it. I had already blocked out in my mind the week after next, since hopefully we make playoffs next week, and then we'd have the next week off. It's like
Gotcha.
August 8th through the 13th or something like that. So I had planned on just doing something. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but
Okay.
I was thinking maybe got a couple friends from one of my friends from high school and a couple friends from college that live down in the San Diego area, so I might take a trip down there to start water polo back up again on 14th of August. First pitch to Galvan is a strike. One now to Galvan. Any plans for you following the season, since you have like 6 weeks between when you have to leave for school and
Yeah.
then?
I have too much free time.
Somebody, I think my mom told me that Slow's going to be going to the semester system in a couple years, though.
You got me excited for a second.
No, I think it's like 2026, to be honest.
I'm long gone by then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are they the only state school that does the quarter system?
I don't think so. I think, uh, no, SU is semester, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Oh,
trying to think.
Carson buzzes Dane Dawson's tower there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But you're used to the quarter system, right? Because that's what.
No, I'm not.
Did Moorpark do quarter semester?
Semester.
Oh. Show
Yeah,
you how much I know.
Yeah, I've been on semester system my whole life, so this should be fun.
And I will definitely say that as much as I wanted to go to Cal Poly Slow, that was like one of the things that kind of turned me off from wanting to go there.
Yeah.
Because I love me the semester system. And even better in college too, with the semester system, you can start school last week of August, and well, when I was at Cal, we usually finished the second week of May. It was one school year where we had a 6-week winter break. Oy. Disgusting swing there from Dane Dawson as Cody Carson gets out of the inning, still protecting the lead for your Oaks. We'll head to the 5th. We welcome you back in here in the 5th as Mac Moyer steps in for the 3rd time today. Mac 0 for 2. Here in the 5th. I don't think the Blues' second game of their doubleheader has started yet as Moyer laces that one out to center field. I'll have to ask Sammy to check with his source. Sammy, has your source let you know if the Blues' second game has begun?
First pitch at 7:20. First pitch at
7:20? All right. So, well, Sammy is not on the broadcast currently. He's still going to get updates from his source. It's Joshy Boy has rejoined us. Christina taking a well-deserved snack break now.
Excuse me. Oof.
As Carrillo steps in now.
Apologies.
Austin 0 for 1 with the strikeout and a walk. Came around the score in the 3rd when the Oaks took the lead again.
Riptide's up 2-0.
And early on here oh, here comes Sammy.
2-run single for the Riptide with 2 outs in the first inning.
An early lead for the Riptide. As Carrillo fouls that one back. 1-1 now.
It's about as much as we'll get from Sammy probably for the remainder of this game. Just
Oh, he'll keep giving us
on the-
updates,
That's
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah, just updates on the Blues.
Sammy drove himself today, and it was not a pretty drive. A lot of traffic on the freeway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
So
no.
check on Moore. They got him leaning as Petty is able to pick off Moyer. A rare base running mistake for Mac Moyer. Someone has begun to throw now down in the bullpen for the Foresters. Oh, strike 2 called to Carrillo. Looked like it was below the knees. But again, Galvan has done a great job framing some pitches tonight. Coach Bill Pintard now walking down to Foresters bullpen to check in. As Carrillo gets that through the hole. It's another base knock for Austin.
Well, that makes the pickoff even more unfortunate.
Yep. What could have been first and second, nobody out is now. Just a runner on first with 1 out as Zach Dode steps in. Zach walked, came around to score the first run of the game in the first, and struck out looking in the 3rd. First pitch to Dode, a strike. The fastball from Petty. We'll see what the pitching plan is for both teams tonight. We know the Foresters have gone heavily to position players this series to finish out ball games against the Oaks. Breaking ball to Dode, and this is up. 1-1 now. Things almost got a little scary last night as the Oaks started to mount a comeback in the 9th against Will Rogers before Pintard had to go to Rocco Garza-Gongora to get the final out of the game. Dode fouls that one back 1-2 to him now. Sun almost completely out of the way of the camera now. There's some cloud coverage, so it's definitely not as bad as it was on Thursday. What's that? 1-2 pitch to Dode is ripped down the 3rd base line. Patterson the 2nd over the 1st. They turn a double play as the Foresters continue to show off their excellent defense as they're able to get things done quickly, and looks like that's going to be it for Petty as he's greeted by a handshake and a hug from Coach Pintard. We welcome you back now here, bottom of the 5th, as Greg Pace will be the first batter to face off against Carson. First pitch, hit out to right field. Chris Wright drifting to his left. Will get under it for out number 1. And Cody Carson will definitely take his first pitch outs, Josh, as coming into this inning, 78 pitches through 4.
He hasn't been super efficient for Cody, but the last 2 innings, or at least the 4th inning, was very efficient, and now quick 1 pitch out to start the 5th is big.
Let's bring in Flores now. Flores was hit by a pitcher in his first at-bat in the first, and then flew out to left in the second plate appearance. As he fouls that one away. And as we mentioned, we don't know what the exact plan is for the Oaks pitching-wise today, as guys continue to get shut down, begin to leave. We're just getting tired as the summer comes to an end. As that one from Carson is dropped in front of Carrillo on the line drive to left for a single. So now bring up Max Ballou, which prompts the return of Sammy Holiday.
I've been here the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I just mean back on the broadcast.
I've been here the whole time.
Do you have any
Have I
update
been
from your
muted?
source?
I've been talking too. Have I been muted the whole time?
It's Josh's fault. He's producing.
Come on, man.
My bad. Sorry, Sammy. They didn't get any of your audio the entire game.
Dude, I was ripping some pretty hard-hitting analysis too. I don't.
Dude, that
Kind of left me on the hang there, Josh.
hand up. It's on me. I was
Any
able- I
update
muted
from
for
your source, though?
Christina, but not-
It's 2-0.
As the throw away from Carson gets, the throw from Carson gets away past Durfee as Flores is able to advance.
Yeah, Sammy, somehow I remembered to unmute it for Christina, but I guess when you were talking, just forgot.
Tough. I guess I got to repeat myself since I was muted. But this is really big stuff from Cody Carson here. Really, the pitching staff, their backs are up against it. Not a lot of available arms out there. And for Cody to already be eating 4 innings, trying to get his way through 5, and really doing a good job of limiting this really A-plus lineup, who scored 11 runs yesterday and only 2 through 4. That's just absolutely massive.
Should 1-2 now to Ballou.
No, those are cute. I like those.
1-2 delivery from Carson. This is down in the dirt.
I like those.
2-2 now.
Might have been a break for the Oaks. That pitch looked like it was going to bounce far from Francisco, but it ended up kicking off the feet of the hitter and stayed right back at Brady.
Oh 2-2 delivery. Rolled over towards Leahy at second. He gathers, flips it to Durfee underhand for out number 2.
It looked like Nick had a little trouble getting that out of the glove, and instead of panicking there, he really stayed composed and just, instead of trying to just force it out, he just gently flipped it out of the glove, and really excellent play there.
So now bring up Will Rogers. Will's grounded out to Eli at third in both at bats. First pitch to Rogers, misses up and in. That one gets the bottom of the zone. Strike one, 1-1 now. I can hear a ball hitting a glove. I don't know if it's coming from the Foresters bullpen or if I can actually hear somebody warming up in the Oaks bullpen. There's somebody warming up in the Foresters bullpen. I don't know about the Oaks bullpen. We can't see from here really. As Rogers swings and misses at that one. 1-2 now. And this next pitch from Cody Carson will be his 90th of the ball game.
It's got to be close to the most an Oaks pitcher has thrown this summer.
I want to say it probably is. Pitch from Carson. Rogers fouls that one back. We'll check the bullpen in between innings for you guys to see who is warming up down there for the Oaks. 1-2 again. That one popped foul and out of play. Cody gets his sign from Francisco, shaked off the first, nodded to the second. Gets Rogers to drop down to knee and ground that one foul.
Carson got the chase that he was looking for from Rogers, who was just able to get a piece of that off the end of his bat and cue it foul. See if he replicates a similar pitch.
And if the base paths were maybe 10, 15 feet longer, I think that ball would have rolled back into fair territory.
A lot of spin on that baseball.
Do the 1-2 for a fourth time. Not sure where that one missed, but it evens the count at 2.
I mean, he's been pretty consistent today. Hasn't been giving that high strike call. That's just what Cody's confirming, asking if it was up.
2-2 now. Tying run 90 feet away for the Foresters. That one skied high and out of play. This next pitch will now be the 95th of the game for Carson. Carson comes set. He delivers. Gets the swing and a miss. Great job here from Cody Carson as he gets through 5 and holds the lead for the Oaks. As right now he'll qualify himself for a win. 95 pitches and a 95th one is a swinging strike. We head to the 6th. We'll welcome you back here in the sixth, as I predicted after the handshake and the hug from Pintard to Zane Petty that his night was over. Not sure if Petty is another guy who's leaving before they go to Wichita, but obviously it'll be the last appearance for Petty in the CCL. And he'll pass things off to a pitcher in Zach Coletti, not a position player, and Brendan Durfee will be the first batter he faces. Sammy has gone down to the bullpen to see who's warming up for the Oaks. His first pitch Durfee sees, he skies towards the Forsters bullpen in foul territory. Daniel Patterson is not able to catch it. Be a second life for Durfee.
Yeah, Patterson just whiffed on that ball. He ran the distance to get there and ran just a little bit past it. So when he put the glove up, he just totally whiffed. Didn't make contact. Didn't make the catch. Ooh.
Durfee hits that one down the right field line. It's fair. It's going to be a 3-for-3 day for Durfee. He rounds first. He heads for second.
It's a dead ball.
It's going to be ruled a double, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it. Oh, now that I think about it, where they store their BP turtle, the fence doesn't close. So it probably rolled into that, which is a dead ball. But either way, it's a 3-for-3 day for Durfee as he gets his second double of the day.
It's just a great swing from Durf. Drive that down the line. He's just barreled up and destroyed all 3 balls he hit today. And I think we might have the answer of what happened because Sammy probably saw it since he was down there.
Very good point. As Eli Payton steps in now, he's 0 for 2 today. He reached via an error after Pace dropped one in center field in the third, and then he flew out to right in the first. So fouled that one back.
Right now, the Oaks just need some productive baseball. Even a ground ball right side. Get Durfee over to third base. But if you're Peyton right now, just want to do anything you can to get Durfee that extra 90 feet.
0-2 now to Eli Payton. Here in the sixth inning, the Oaks lead by a score of 3-2. Coletti steps off the mound there. Just to reset. Maybe change the sign. Finally comes set now. Coletti delivers. Eli hammers that one foul towards the tennis courts. Still waiting for Sammy to come back to let us know who's warming up in the bullpen.
Oh, it's Charlie.
Ah.
You just let me know.
Charlie Adamson, who pitched 4 innings of shutout baseball out of the bullpen, to earn himself a play of the game performance in Tuesday's contest and the win to start this series off against the Forsters. As Eli Payton continues to battle 0-2 here. As Chris Wright waits on deck. It's a tough slew for Coletti to face to start things out of the bullpen here with 3 lefties due up in this inning to start things off. As Eli rolls over that one, backhanded slide from the second baseman, an even better pick from the first baseman as Dawson goes to Garza Gongora as they combine to take away a base knock from Eli Payton. But
a really tough sliding play over there at second base, but an even better job at first base by Garza Gongora to have a nice pick over there.
As that does the job, though, as it moves now. Brendan Durfee only 90 feet away. And it brings in the infield. As Chris Wright fouls that first pitch straight back. Sammy back from the bullpen. Sammy, when you were down there, did you happen to see what happened with the ball that Durfee hit?
Yeah.
Did it trickle into where they have their BP turtle? Is that what happened?
No.
And why did they call it dead ball?
Just went right into the corner. They just, I don't know why.
Yeah, they called it a dead ball.
It's a clownish call.
0-1 now to Chris Wright. That one gets the call on the inside part of the plate. 0-2 now to Chris. As Leahy waits on deck, and an insurance run for the Oaks is 90 feet away in the form of Brendan Durfee. As Chris Wright swings and misses that one down below the zone. Goes down swinging. Brings up Nick Leahy now. Leahy today 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out.
Now batting for the Oaks, second baseman, number 33, Nick Leahy.
As Coletti finally gets to face a righty now after going through those 3 lefties. He's able to handle Peyton and Chris Wright. But Durfee started things off with a double. This goes with a looping breaking ball to Leahy on the first pitch that drops in the zone for a strike. A 1 to Leahy. Nick swings and misses. 0-2 now. As Brady Francisco waits on deck. Leahy goes down looking. So after the leadoff double from Brendan Durfee, the offense isn't able to muster anything after him as they go down in order following Durfee. We head to the bottom of the 6th now. Oaks still lead 3-2. We welcome you back here now in the bottom of the 6th as Charlie Adamson takes the mound in the same spot he did in Tuesday's contest after Rivas went 5 innings. Charlie came in and pitched 4. And then now Cody Carson pitches 5 and Charlie Adamson comes in. Probably not to pitch 4 though. First pitch, called a ball. That's been called a strike all night long though. Final line for Cody Carson. Through 95 pitches, through 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, only 2 hits. 2 runs came across, but only 1 was earned. Well, I say 1's earned because I ruled Patterson reaching on the error, but
And I know you said obviously we're not expecting 4 innings from Adamson, but he can give it to them. Just the other day we saw Charlie pitch 4 shutout innings of relief, 6 through 9.
I think Jackson Jordan is also available. It could be Chuck going 3. That's the ideal scenario.
2-2 now as Patterson fouls that one back. Here comes the ball boy again. Let's see if he makes the slot again. Finally, some recognition for their bat boy from the PA announcer.
Fish. That's his name.
Thanks, Josh.
Do we think that's a first name? Pretty unique.
Yeah, it would be pretty unique.
Fisher, first name?
Mm.
I can see that being the case.
Yeah.
2-2 again to Patterson after he fouls that one away.
Yep.
That one
Ooh.
down below the zone. That one lower than the first pitch that was called a ball that had been called a strike all night long. So that one I agree with more than I do the first one, but full count delivery. Patterson laces that one well foul. That one fouled away again. As Charlie's forced to throw a lot of pitches here. The first at bat. This next one will be the 9th of the at bat. As Patterson, third baseman out of Westmont College, continues to throw. That one misses down in the dirt. He works a walk. This brings up Rocco Garza-Gongora, which will bring Eli Payton into the edge of the grass.
Garza Gongora has really given the Oaks fits this week, but Adamson looking for a double play here. I'm sure that Garza Gongora is going to be bunting, and if that's the case, the Oaks just got to play catch.
Patterson looks ready to run over there at first. First pitch to Garza-Gongora misses in.
They might let him see a pitch or two, but I expect they're going to have Garza Gongora bunt, just based on how often we've seen him specifically lay it down.
That one fouled back by Garza-Gongora. Rocco today walked and doubled. Adamson comes set. He delivers the 1-1. That one misses up. Two one from Adamson. Runner goes. That one fouled away. 2-2 with the count now to Garza-Gongora. That one fouled away.
Take a seat. Take a seat, X. Don't worry, I'll stand here.
Strike 3.
Goes down looking is Garza Gongora. Nice shot there from Chuck.
Sponsored by the Mesa Cafe. Let's throw it up to the left fielder, number 13, Ryan Black.
I, just like Sammy Josh, have a source up and slow at the Blues on the third. Blues are threatening with the runner on third, though. As Ryan Black steps in now.
Now after that strikeout, Adamson just one pitch away from getting the Oaks back in the dugout with the ground ball here from Black.
We'll see if Patterson goes in motion again at all. As we know, Adamson checks over on him. They almost got him. A great job there by Durfee to really lunge for that one and still get the tag. Runner goes. Throw from Francisco. Sails over Schwartzberg. As Patterson's in to second base safely. Puts the tying run in scoring position.
Now Adamson released to bear down with the runner in scoring position. Some tough bats coming up for the Foresters. A couple of lefties. Doesn't want to throw him anything too good to hit, especially with the first base open.
1-1 is the count to Ryan Black. Black today walked and drove in a run via the sac fly, so it's an 0 for 0 day so far. So foul that one back and out of play. One, two now. As a nice sunset has begun to form out in left field. Not that you guys could see it on the camera, but that one fouled away. One, two, that one misses down. 2-2 now. Yeah. 2-2 now from Chuck. Misses in, count runs full. This pitch from Chuck will already be the 22nd of the inning. As Black drives that one out towards center field. Tracking back is Moyer. He's unable to make the catch as it drops up against the wall. Patterson had the hold at second. The throw in is a wild one from Moyer and allows Patterson to score the tying run from second.
That ball was absolutely tattooed, but because he had to wait to make sure it got down, Patterson did not get a good jump off of second base. And had the Oaks run that cut successfully, they probably would have gotten him at the plate, or at least had a chance to.
Number 4,
It's unfortunate for Chuck because if you go back to his outing on Tuesday, he pitched 4 innings, only had 2 guys reach base safely in all 4 innings, didn't allow a run. And now here in his first inning of work, there's already 2 guys who have reached base against him, and there's already a run that's come across the score. It's only 1 out recorded. First pitch to Galvan, a called strike. It's already 3 pitches thrown by Chuck here in this inning. Runner goes, he
Throw him
slipped a
out.
little, throw from Francisco. It's a tough one for Brady because Galvan had his bat up in the air as he had to try and work around Galvan, who didn't really get out of the way, which is why Coach Solis comes out to talk to the home plate umpire. He's upset because Brady had a chance to throw out the runner at third, and the batter didn't really get out of the way.
Well, it was the bat that stayed up there as Brady was throwing. So I think that this actually might get overturned.
I think it might also.
Yeah.
The home plate umpire was very cordial and in agreement with Coach Solis about needing to get together.
Yeah, and I think really, too, if Black didn't slip like he did on his initial jump, and
Yep.
there wasn't a true
Yeah,
play,
they're sending him back to second.
send it back to second, as this immediately brings Bill Pintard out of the dugout. Was that him who just yelled, really, or was that somebody from the crowd?
No, that was someone from the crowd.
Send the runner back to second. Coach Solis now comes back out, as he doesn't want it to get to a situation where the opposing team's manager starts to get the game rolling on,
we just gotta,
as we saw that happen against the Saints earlier this summer.
They just gotta tell him, hey, our decision is made. We gotta get this ball game going.
Pintard starting to get into the grill of the home plate umpire. Seems really upset by the decision. But after
he seemed
the
pretty calm,
conversation,
actually.
Coach Pintard turns back around, and
We've definitely
I'll
seen
have
him
the
a lot.
dugout.
We've definitely seen him a lot more fired up than that. He was actually pretty calm.
so now
I think deep down he knew, like, yeah, they made the right call.
0-2 now to Rylan Galvan, as Ryan Black is forced to go back to second. Chuck delivers the 0-2. Oh,
Wait, wasn't that strike 3?
it should be.
It was 0-2 before that pitch.
Oh, so the last one doesn't count as a pitch. That's what
Oh.
Brady just said.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I guess so.
Interesting.
Did not
That's
know that.
interesting.
So 0-2 again now.
That actually might help out Galvan. Or not.
Doesn't. Ball don't lie. So 2 strikeouts now from Chuck here in this inning. Got Garzingor looking and got Galvan struck out
Looking and swinging.
twice, I guess.
Struck him out twice, yeah.
So now bring up Dane Dawson. He's looking to avoid the hat trick here. That one's skied high in the infield. Durfee will call off Adamson, and he'll get under it. So we'll head now to the 7th, but it's a brand new ball game again. 3-3, as it's Francisco, Schwartzberg, Moyer due up for your Oaks. We'll welcome you back now. As Brady Francisco steps in, Brady was hit by a pitch in the second and then flew out to left in the fourth. First pitch he sees goes off the elbow of Coletti, as it's going to be a base knock, and I think it would have been either way.
Yesterday we saw Brady do that exact thing, hit a comebacker off the pitcher. We actually saw him hit 3 base hits right back up the middle, doing the same exact thing in that at bat today.
Let's bring up Schwartzberg now. Zach today grounded into an inning double play in the second, and then flew out to right to end the fourth. That one down in the dirt, bodied up by Galvan. Got away a little bit, but luckily for him, Francisco not a big jump off of first.
I
1-0 from Coletti to Schwartzberg now. No one called a strike at the bottom of the zone. Saw Charlie not get that call a couple times last inning against Daniel Patterson. After the home plate umpire has been given that call all night long. Calls it here with Schwartzberg in the box. 1-1 now. Breaking ball. Not able to get on top of that one as Coletti as it stays up. Two one now to Schwartzberg. Swings and misses at that heater. 2-2 now. The top of the order, and Mac Moyer waits on deck. It's 2-2 to Schwartzberg here in the seventh in a 3-3 ball game. Francisco started things off with a single on the first pitch he saw this inning. Schwartzberg goes down looking, and that gets some hoots and hollers out of the fans as the beer batter finally strikes out. Let's bring up Moyer now. Max 1 for 3 today. He grounded out to start the game, then he struck out looking in the third, and he singled, but then it was picked off to start off the fifth. Mac has led off every inning that he's hitting except for this one. He swings and misses as he's tardy on the fastball from Coletti. Oh, and Moyer down in the dirt. Ridiculous snare right there from Galvan as he saw it going in the dirt, and he went fully horizontal to the ground to make sure that one didn't get by him.
That looks like me when I pitch. Ready?
1-1 now to Moyer. That one misses in.
Except I would pitch.
2-1 now. Two-one to Moyer. Rolls over that one towards second. They go to second for one, but they won't be able to turn it.
Good play right there at second base by Dane Dawson. Able to, I thought for a second that maybe he would just get the for sure out at first, but really got the ball out quickly out of the glove and was able to throw it accurately and beat Francisco about half a step. So it's definitely a risky play, but it pays off for the young infielder.
Let's bring up Carrillo now. Austin's 1 for 2. Fouls that one away. He struck out in the first, then he walked, came around the score at the time, the go-ahead run. And then he singled and was the first out of a inning-ending double play that Dode grounded into in the 5th. Coletti delivers that one on the inside part of the plate. Would have been tough for Carrillo to make contact on that one. 0-2 to him now. Oh, 2 now to Carrillo. Swings and misses. Oh, got a piece of that one. Tips it in the glove though, as Galvan is able to squeeze that one, as the Oaks aren't able to take advantage of the leadoff single from Francisco. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 3-3 ball game. Welcome you back here in the 7th, as the Forcers will start things off at the top of the order with Greg Pace. And in between innings, I took the liberty to check how things are going up in San Luis Obispo. The Riptide has added to their lead as they lead 3-0 now in the bottom of the 4th. Piece of it goes off, I think, the head of the home plate umpire, but he's going to be all right.
Brady Francisco's just staying out there a minute to give the umpire some time.
Yeah, that's never a fun one, especially with how that one barely got the bat of Greg Pace and just took a quick deflection right into the mask of the umpire. Chuck delivers the 1-1. Pace skies that one high in the air. Durfee drifting over, and of course, it's swallowed by the tree. That's now the 2nd time this game that Durf has had the chance to catch a ball in foul territory for an out for his pitcher, and instead the tree takes its course and swallows that one. Maybe the new president of SBCC, who claims that there will be renovations to this field, can start with getting that tree out of the way. 2-2 now to Pace. So a lengthy inning for Chuck, even though he only faced 5 batters last inning. He threw 27 pitches. Pace again skies one, foul and out of play. Two to Pace again. That one misses down away. Count runs full. Full count delivery from Chuck. That's driven deep to left center field. Back, and it's gone. Greg Pace and the Foresters go ahead on a loud bang. As Pace tips his helmet, does a little dance to the Foresters faithful here. Finally, seems to wake up this crowd. It's been a pretty quiet crowd despite the size tonight, but that no doubter from Greg Pace has woken him up. Eli Payton gathers, fires on the first pitch that Flores saw from Adamson. Quick out for Chuck after giving up the homer.
And that home run was absolutely crushed. The left fielder, Carrillo, didn't take a step, and Moyer just gave it a courtesy jog, but that cleared the fence. Can't tell from by how much, but easily cleared the fence out there in left center.
Yep. First pitch to Ballou is down below. Max has struggled mightily in this series against the Oaks. Yesterday he went 1 for 6 with 4 punchies. Today he's 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 groundouts to second. Swings and misses at that one.
Greg Pace has really had himself a series. He's picked up some innings on the mound, ran down some balls in center field. It's been stellar offensively, and now adds to that with the home run.
So that one's fouled away by Ballou. One-two delivery, fouled away again. The 1-2 again. That one's nubbed towards the third base line. Charlie Barehand fires, and it gets away from Durfee on the wild throw. Ballou will run into second now. It's going to be a tough play either way for Eli or Charlie. But now a runner on second as Ballou reaches. Will Rogers steps in now. He's 0 for 3 today, just like Ballou coming in this at bat. He's got a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Already a lot of pitches thrown by Chuck, as he's now thrown 42 pitches in just an inning and a third. That one, heavy hack and a miss, as Will is well tardy on that one. delivery. Fouled back. 1-2 now to Rogers. A lot of pitches thrown tonight by the Oaks pitchers. 95 from Cody Carson, the starter, and only 5 innings of work. Charlie Adamson nearing 50. That one shot towards Leahy. Makes a nice snare over there for out number 2.
Really good play by Nick Leahy right there. That ball was smoked the opposite way. He just gets real low, fields it nicely, and makes it look really easy. Was anything but, as the umpire was in his line of vision as well. Wasn't able to affect him.
So bring up Daniel Patterson now. Patterson reached in the second. Not sure if it was ruled an error or not, but he came around the score, and he flew out the center, and then he walked, came around the score, the tying run last inning. First pitch he sees down below the zone for a ball. That one misses up from Chuck. Two 2-0 now from Chuck. That one misses up. 3-0 now. Three-zero now. That fastball's in there for a strike. 3-1. Three-one delivery from Charlie. His 50th pitch is a ball. And for a reliever like Chuck, he threw a rare 4 innings only 4 days ago, and now he's already thrown 50 pitches, and he hasn't even gotten through 2 innings yet. Let's bring up Rocco Garzagora now. He walked, double came around the score, and struck out looking, and his runner goes. Fouled away. Patterson was in motion there. Runners on the corners. That one's chopped over towards Leahy at second. Gathers, flips to it. And so, for the first time today, Forster's taking the lead. We head to the 8th, 4-3 ball game. welcome you back here in the 8th as Dode steps in to start things off here. Swings and fouls that one away. In between innings, Sammy checked in with his guy that's up and slow, and he let us know that the Riptide increased their lead again.
It's not looking good for the Blues as they're down 4-0 in the top of the 5th. And with those two teams engaging in a doubleheader, the Blues have 2 less innings of offense to work with.
1-1 now to Dode. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Coletti out on the mound for a 3rd inning of work out of the bullpen.
And if the results hold as of now, it looks like it's going to come down to tomorrow. And with all due respect, the Oaks are in control of their own destiny as they'll be taking on the Oaks will be taking on the Barons tomorrow, and the Blues will be taking on the Foresters here.
Talk about a tale of 2 takes. Count full now to Zach. Walked, struck out looking, and grounded into an inning double play today. He works a walk here to start things off. Bring up Brendan Durfee now. Durf's had himself a day at the plate. RBI double to start things off in the 1st. Single came around the score in the 3rd, and then doubled to start things off, and then was stranded at 3rd in the 6th. A similar situation in the 1st. Dode worked the walk, and then Durfee drove one to the left center field gap and brought Dode all the way around the 1st. Oaks would very much like that one here. Durfee swings and misses at the fastball from Coletti. There's action down in the Foresters bullpen. Coach Bill Pintar just went down to check on that. I'm going to guess that Charlie Adamson's going to come out again in the 8th, even though he's thrown 52 pitches through 2 innings. Dode leads off at 1st. Check on him, back in there safely. Coletti delivers. Durfee swings and misses again. Seen Durfee really swing the bat well today. I've not seen him tardy on the pitch today like he has been on these first 2 against Coletti. This is the slew of lefty batters that Coletti started things against in the 6th. Durfee doubled off of him. That one misses up and away. 1-2 now. Eli Payton, that is, waits on deck as a lefty, and then Chris Wright, another lefty, is in the hole. You have to imagine that it's probably not a position player warming up in the bullpen, but who knows? Durfee laces that one back up the middle. It's a 4-for-4 day for Brendan Durfee.
Just an absolutely incredible job from Brendan Durfee today. All the pressure on the Oaks today to win a ball game, and Brendan Durfee certainly doing his part. 4-for-4.
Well, after the Foresters continued to chip away and took the lead, the offense looking to get things back here for Charlie Adamson. Start things off with a walk and a single. Pass the baton to Eli Payton. That one down in the dirt, gets past, and will put 2 runners out in scoring position, 2 ducks on the pond for Eli Payton. As ball to the gap will regain the lead for your Oaks. And things don't get any easier for Coletti after Peyton, because it's Chris Wright who waits on deck. 1-0 after that spike ball. That fastball called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Galvan got a strike there again for his pitcher. The only lefty that the Foresters have out of the bullpen is Zach Erdman, who started yesterday's ball game, so I highly doubt he's available today. So Eli Payton skies that one high, drifting towards the Foresters' dugout. I'll go off the top of it. It almost hits Daniel Patterson on its way back in the fair territory. Foul territory.
That's quite a
That's why I said.
ways
That's
away
why.
from
That's
fair
why I said.
territory.
That's why I first said fail territory. 1-2 now to Eli Payton after he fouls that one away. It's Durfee on second, Dode on third. The tying run is Dode. The go-ahead run is Durfee. That looping breaking ball misses up. 2-2 now. Two to Peyton. Coletti gets the sign, comes set. He delivers. Peyton drives that one out towards right field. Ballou settles under it. Dode tagging, heads for home. The throw is a bullet.
Oh my goodness.
And they got him.
Oh my goodness, what a throw by Max Ballou. That is absolutely clutch defense right there. I thought that was plenty deep for Zach Dode to score, as he is a plus base runner. He's got pretty good speed, and that ball wasn't shallow by any means. That was probably about 340 feet, and Ballou just came in firing. What?
That throw right
Just
there.
gotta tip your cap there. Maybe
Throw
not
right
340, maybe about 300 feet.
That throw very similar to the Ioannis Cespedes throw when he was with the Oakland Athletics. So now there's 2 outs. Chris Wright, first pitch he sees, pops it up in the shallow left field. Drifting back is Flores, and what looked like was going to be a promising inning for the Oaks to try and get back into it is quickly denied. As we'll head now to the 8th. Welcome you back here in the 8th as Nate Clough has now entered the ball game to pitch for the Oaks. As we're still flabbergasted by that throw from Ballou in right to Nav Dode at the plate. As Ryan Black starts things off here in the 8th. He's behind 0-2. That one down in the dirt. Gets away. 1-2 now. One, two from Clough. Laced over to Eli Payton, who's shifted over there at third. He gathers, he fires for out number 1.
Sponsored by Pacific Press, the catcher number 4, Rylan Galvan.
He's got a strong line firing across the diamond.
So bring in Rylan Galvan now. He's 0 for 3. First pitch. Misses up. A little bit of a dramatic lean away there. Didn't seem too close to his head. Galvan reached via a fielder's choice in the second and then grounded out in the 4th and struck out swinging in the 6th. That one misses up as well from Clough. Clough, two-way player out of USC. Not seen him take an AB yet this summer, but he has been getting some work in the cage and in the infield during batting practice this last week. He's behind 3-0 now to Galvan. It's a 4-pitch walk to Galvan. So now bring Dane Dawson to the plate. Dawson today struck out looking, struck out swinging, and popped up to Durfee in his 3 ABs. There's action brewing in the bullpen for the Foresters. That one fouled away. You're muted, bud.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't think there's going to be a pitching change. I walked past the Foresters bullpen, and I actually got to hear the brief interaction between that reliever down there and his coach. And he asked the coach, so what's the plan? Am I going in to start the 9th? And he said, well, the plan is for him to finish. So he's only going in if there's Coletti can't get through the 9th.
Well, warming up down there is Lombardi, position player, who's we know has pitched. He's pitched in this series as well. 0-2 now to Dawson. So it's Lombardi warming down in the pen now for the Foresters. So if they do go to the bullpen, it will be one of those position players who's pitched this summer for the Foresters to try and close out this ball game. Clough, that one just misses up.
And it's a gamble from Coach Pintard because this pitcher has been getting hit just a little bit as of late, and he is starting to run out of gas. But Lombardi has pitched a lot already this series. So both pitching staffs are really spread out like butter over too much bread.
We know both teams are hurting for arms as they're very limited with their options. 2-2 from Clough, swung on a miss. It's a hat trick for Dawson. He's overpowered by the fastball below the zone. Let's bring up Greg Pace, who in his last at-bat obliterated a full count pitch from Charlie Adamson over the left center field fence to give the Foresters the 4-3 lead that still holds.
Step off.
Runner goes, got a
Don't even throw it. Yeah.
massive jump. As Galvan completely stole that base on Chloe.
Yes. Yes. So it's just like I'm like, okay, I'll spend.
Pace was not happy after the pitch was called a strike.
I haven't done that. I actually never said I haven't done that.
0-2 now. Heard some groans from the crowd there, but that pitch has been called a strike all night long by this umpire down at the knees. 0-2 now from Chloe. Same spot. Goes down looking. So Chloe is able to keep it a one-run contest as
Is that not 3?
that was in fact the third out.
I at 3.
You want to check my book?
Good job, Connor. So we had the strike.
That's 3.
Ryan
let off
Black
the-
grounded out. Galvan walked, and 2 strikeouts since.
There.
Thank you. Let's learn to count to 3, Forsters. We'll head to the 9th, and it's going to be Leahy, Francisco, and Schwartzberg to try and get things back. We're here in the 9th, and all the Oaks have to do is take it 90 feet at a time. Nick Leahy to start things off. The Oaks trail by 1. Leahy today, 1 for 3. Swings and misses of that one from Coletti, who is still out there on the mound. Francisco waits on deck. Drew Smith seems like he'll be pinch hitting for Schwartzberg. Leahy swings and misses of that one. Check the score in between innings. for the Riptide Blues game. The Riptide lead 5-0 now. So if that score holds and this score holds, playoff spot will come down till tomorrow. Leahy swings at 3 straight pitches and misses at all of them. So bring up Brady Francisco to now. Brady today is 1 for 3. In between innings, as Francisco swings and misses that one. In between innings, there was still questioning of what was going on. I guess nobody in the Foresters dugout was aware that the first pitch to Greg Pace was called a strike. And so it caused an uproar from Coach Bill Pintard. And very verbal with the home plate umpire about wanting that to be called for his pitchers as well. Looping breaking ball gets in there. As 5 pitches, 5 strikes to start things off from Coletti. Francisco flares that one towards short and under the glove of a half-hearted effort from Flores for a single. So bring up Drew Smith now to pinch hit for Zach Schwartzberg. We know Drew Smith is just as capable of doing what Greg Pace did in the 7th as anybody else. Drew's able to get on. It takes things to the top of the order, and Mac Moyer, who waits on deck. Drew swings and misses at a first pitch strike. Coletti yet to throw a ball this inning. 3 pitches. First strikeout to Leahy, 3 pitches, and then a single for Francisco, and now first pitch strike to Smith.
You're in the windup, bud. There you go.
Teammate picking him up.
It's actually the relief pitcher in the bullpen.
That's a teammate of his, Josh.
Yeah. No, indeed. It's true. Just pointing out which teammate.
Guess if you're in the bullpen, you don't count, Josh.
Relief pitchers are people too, Josh.
0-2 now to Drew Smith. Drew drives that one out towards right center field. Ballou drifting over, calls off Pace, and will get under it for out number 2. The Oaks 1 out away from losing this ballgame. Let's bring up Moyer now. Mac today is 1 for 4. Grounded out, struck out looking, singled, reached via fielder's choice. Moyer swings and misses that one. Still no balls thrown by Coletti this inning.
Well, we were wondering if there'd be anything coming off of the velocity of Coletti and the command pitching multiple innings, and he's looked great in this night.
Yeah, it looks like he's gotten better this inning. He's looked really dominant.
Fouled out of play. As Coletti continues to rear back and fire. Final strike this game is down to. The delivery from Coletti. Moyer drives that one out high in the air to center field. Pace drifting back, will settle under it, and that's the ball game. In a back and forth contest, the Oaks are not able to come back. And if things stay the way they are in the game between the Riptide and the Blues, it will put both the Blues and your Oaks to 15 and 19 going into the final game of the summer. The Oaks host the Barons at 1 o'clock, and the Foresters host the Blues at 2 o'clock. If the Oaks win, they're in. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the final regular season game for the Oaks alongside Josh Mechanic and Sammy Holiday. I've been Austin Gregory. We'll see you guys tomorrow.